Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken here with Splash Sports. Today is August 14th, 2024. Little recap on yesterday's performance was not good whatsoever. With our two NRFIs, we had bottom of the first, 2 outs in both of those and ended up losing there. We took a sweep on Monday. We got swept on Tuesday. Looking to get back on track here. Love the engagement, especially in the comments section, good or bad. It's what makes me tick, guys. So let's continue to engage into those comment section and make sure to smash that like button for me. And let's dive right into Wednesday's games here. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game, plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while YRFI means yes runs first inning. But you know what to do before I get into those plays. Smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel and toggle on that notification button. That way, every time I drop a video, you guys will be notified. All right, let's take a look here at Wednesday. Let's get back on the winning side of things. Game number 1, we got the Kansas City Royals taking on the Minnesota Twins here. For the Kansas City Royals, they got Cole Reagans, 9-7 on the season, 140 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.27 here, 166 strikeouts, clearly averaging over a strikeout here per inning on only 140 innings pitched for Reagan. And also 51 earned runs on the season here for Cole. He'll be matched up here in Minnesota versus Varland. He's 0-4 this season, 30 innings of work, only a higher end of an ERA, sitting at a 6.46, 29 strikeouts, and 22 earned runs here for Varland. Varland hasn't picked up a win or a loss in his last 4 starts. Last being against the Cleveland Guardians, where he went 4.2 innings of work, 8 hits, and 3 earned runs. Reagan, on the other hand, picked up a win in his last start against the Boston Red Sox, where he went 6.1 innings of work, 6 hits, and 1 earned run. This is an early ball game here. My time, it starts at, I believe, 10:10 in the morning, but on the East Coast, that's a 1 p.m. start. Definitely a quick turnaround, as this Minnesota Twins team put a beating on the Kansas City Royals yesterday, 13-3. I think offensively, both teams are going to come out a little sluggish with this quick turnaround, and Reagans and Varland on the mound in game number 1 between the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. We're smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Let's roll into game number 2 between the Atlanta Braves and the San Francisco Giants here. For the Atlanta Braves, they got Grant Holmes on the mound. Doesn't have a win or a loss on the season. 38 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting under 4 at a 3.79 here. 41 strikeouts. He's averaging over a strikeout here. He has 38 innings pitched with 41 strikeouts and 16 earned runs for Holmes. He'll be matched up here in San Francisco versus Robbie Ray. 2-1 on the season, 20 innings of work. Does have an ERA just under 4 here at a 3.98. 28 strikeouts and 9 earned runs here for Ray. Holmes, his last start was against the Rockies, where he went 5 innings of work, 6 hits, and 5 earned runs in that ball game. I'm expecting him to have somewhat of a bounce-back game on his last start versus the Colorado Rockies, giving up 5 earned runs. And then Robbie Ray, on the other hand, his last start was against the Tigers, where he didn't get a win or a loss, but he went 6 innings of work, 5 hits, and 2 earned runs. This Braves team, both games against the Giants, have struggled. The Braves have pounded the Giants so far in this series, and especially struggle against left-handed pitching. This Atlanta Braves team does. You've seen what Blake Snell did in his last performance, striking out 11 batters with this Atlanta Braves lineup. They struggle against left-handed pitching. And Robbie Ray, he's a left-handed pitcher. I think the Atlanta Braves will struggle with him as well. I like both of these pitchers on the mound in Holmes and Ray. That's why in game number 2 between the Braves and the Giants, I also think there will be a NRFI, no runs first inning. Let's roll into our third and final game between the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies here. For the Miami Marlins, they got Edward Cabrera on the mound. He's 2-3 with 55 innings of work. Does have an ERA a little high, sitting at a 5.21 here, 68 strikeouts. He's averaging over a strikeout here per inning and 32 earned runs on the season for Cabrera. He'll be matched up here in Philly versus Tyler Phillips. 4-1 on the season, 31 innings of work. Does have an ERA just under 5, sitting at a 4.83, 23 strikeouts, and 17 earned runs here for Phillips. Cabrera's last start was against the Padres, where he went 7 innings of work, 4 hits, and no earned runs. Did not get the win or the loss in that one. And Phillips, Phillips was great against the Dodgers there in his last performance, where he picked up his 4th win of the season, going 5 innings of work, 6 hits, and 4 earned runs. At some point, though, this Philadelphia Phillies lineup has got to explode here. You saw what they did in their first game back at home after a long series on the road. They come back home against this Miami Marlins team and get shut out at home. That is unacceptable, and I do not think this will stand here with the Philadelphia Phillies today, as I know they will get to Cabrera in this matchup, and I'm eyeing up Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber there, especially at the top of the order, to get it going in the bottom of the first. That's why in game number 3, between the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies, we are smacking the YRFI. Yes, runs first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. We are smacking the NRFI. Game number 2 between the Atlanta Braves and the San Francisco Giants. We are also smacking the NRFI. No runs at first inning. In our third and final game between the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies, we are smacking the YRFI. Yes, runs first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure to go follow me over on X at Nick Menken. Best of luck and best bets.